Hi everybody, thanks again for tuning in to watch Police Pros channel. Today we're going to be talking about focused shooting. Okay, now focused shooting means just exactly that. We're going to focus on a particular point, on a target, and we're going to aim and fire at that target. Okay, now one of the things that we need to make sure that we do is, before we get started, is first of all that our weapon is safe and clear, right? And we don't muzzle anyone. We don't assume that our weapon is unloaded if it's not, and we take our time and we be precise and decisive about what we're going to do prior to shooting, and then when we're shooting. Make sure that the range is clear and everything is good for us to fire our first shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the target and we're going to discuss exactly what we're going to be doing in this focused shooting segment. So come with me. So this is my target that I'm going to be shooting at today, okay? And you'll notice this target has a lot of circles on it. It has some squares and some triangles and some numbers. This is a really good training target for audible training. What I mean by audible training is when you train, somebody may yell out a circle, a color, a shape, or a number, and you have to shoot at that number. This is a really, really good training target. But today we're going to be using it for just focused shooting. Now, I am going to focus on the number 1, and that's literally the number 1. I'm going to attempt to hit this number as many times as possible, or at least get close enough to it. When you're doing focused shooting, some of the things that you should make sure that you do is take your time. Okay, take your time. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you have proper sight picture, meaning front sight. Again, this is my front sight, and rear sight alignment, okay? Make sure you have that, okay? And also, if you see too much of your sight, too much of your front sight, and you start seeing your barrel, that means you're going to shoot high because you're raising the gun up too high, okay? If you see not enough of your front sight, then that means you're going to shoot low, okay? Now, some of the things that you should also notice is right before your shot goes off or you squeeze the trigger, do you flinch? Do you move? Now, one of the best ways to be able to figure that out is to dry fire. So we're going to dry fire right now. We're going to do a couple of dry fires, and I'm actually going to demonstrate an anticipatory shot, meaning that I'm anticipating the round going off. And I'm going to demonstrate some other things so you'll be able to know and to recognize what you're doing once you try this. And again, this makes for a better shooter. So this is just simply practice, and this is very good practice. You can do focus shooting at home, dry fire at home in a safe area, and that's what we're going to do now. So here again, I'm going to be firing at the number 1. Now, we're dry firing, so I just want you to watch the barrel. Watch the barrel. Don't watch the target. Watch the barrel. Okay? So watch the barrel. What did you see? You should have saw my barrel dip. Okay? That's going to cause a low shot. I'm anticipating the round going off, and that's going to cause me to shoot low. Okay? Now, another thing that you'll see is if you can see this on this at this angle, if you can see that I have my gun raised, I see my entire barrel, right? And this is going to cause me to shoot high. Okay, so you got your two main issues that you're going to deal with. You're shooting high, you're shooting low, and of course left or right. Okay, and that left or right could come from the wobble factor. Okay, so here we go. The number 1. Okay, so you got 2 shots pretty much in the same hole. Now I'm going to shoot at the number 4, right? And I'm going to shoot an anticipatory shot, meaning I'm going to anticipate the round going off. I'll do that again. Well, I'm sorry. I messed up. It's supposed to have it. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm almost pushing the shot out. I'm almost pushing the shot out. I'm not just pulling my wrist down, but I'm almost basically pushing the shot out, anticipating the recoil. Okay. It's from anxiety, and it's also from anticipating the recoil of the weapon. So as you can see, the two different numbers and shapes. You have the focus shooting, where I was just standing there focused on the target. I squeezed until the gun went off. I did my trigger reset, and I squeezed another round. Okay. This number 4 is me anticipating the round going off, and obviously, like I told you, I was going to shoot low. Also, I was not exactly looking at my sights exactly correct. And I'm sorry, I had to apologize for this. This is just force of habit of me knowing that I need to do the correct thing. So when you do the correct things, it's really hard to do the incorrect things. So again, this is really good practice. This makes for a really better shooter. It helps to calm you, and it helps you get used to hearing the weapon go off. It also helps you get used to feeling the recoil of the weapon. So again, thanks again for coming out. Tune into my channel next week. We'll have some more great shooting tips. I'm Juan, and I'm signing out.